So it's really like that. I have such a strong urge. I have such a strong urge to create something. Like, I have such a strong urge to create something. And I'm constantly writing stuff, watching movies, thinking about it, having positions on things, doing music, getting very slowly into Ableton, having back pain because I'm spending so much time on my laptop, like reading stuff and seeing stuff and thinking about stuff. And I did this fashion collection last year with a friend, and then I did this little short movie which ended up only to be trippy frames of water in the ocean and like different other elements of media, and like me playing piano was something I recorded in another country. Like, and then I'm having this friend, and I have this very explicit vision of the time of the girl in the room and what she's doing and how the different things she's doing. Is it writing? Is it playing music? Is it reading? Is feeding her soul? And it's basically about telling a story of, yeah, of soul feeding. Like, how do you feed your soul? Like, what do you do which is you, and what is actually something maybe no one really knows you also, because everything which makes you you for you is also the things you do with yourself. But of course people know you because the other discourse. But I just mean, like, it's really really important what is done, like at home alone by yourself, how you treat yourself. Like, how do you, I don't know, how do you like put lotion on your body and make yourself a tea, and you're reading something, and the thoughts you have with yourself, and like um, having again rotating a movie you've seen with friends, and like thinking about it and talking about it and all that, like feels so soul feeding. And where we're coming from in this conversation is like what to do in life, like to do something soul feeding. And when I have this really 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 strong urge to create something, I feel like that this would like feed my soul the most. Despite of that, I will always love to talk about art and to think about art and artists, and to be able to provide space and to see how the art world is really driving discourse on on things where we mistreat humanistic values and all that. Like, yeah, I think that art is the only place where things can just be for the sake of existence, like where it does not has to follow a purpose. Actually, the instructor of the program I'm doing right now to participate in Art Fair Daily, like she was sharing a video with us today in the cohort, and she was touching up on with the video what she sent it exactly on what I was just saying, that someone was saying that art is the purest form of existence, and that is the only place in the world where something can just exist without having a purpose and without like having to be um, useful in that sense, which is also, I don't know, which makes total sense. But I think that I would like die inside myself if I wouldn't have um, the possibility to immerse myself in thoughts and creations of others through like looking at art and really going in a depth of what someone wanted to say and what was like buried on her or his bag, like where someone is really going to the truest and most honest, purest um, feelings and thoughts of oneself. Because something which is so obvious but which really like got into my head a couple of times, was like, everyone is different, and everything which is happening in the world at a specific moment is consumed by one individual, which has a unique resonance body of past and present perceiving of life and surrounding and environment, and how you were treated in your past and how you are treating people, and in general everything, every single second of your life, where you spend it, with whom, what are you talking and thinking about, is shaping the resonance body you're building more and more. And that like is the reason why you perceive the world like that, and you have an opinion on things like that, that considers if you're having hope for the world or not. Like this is why some people are very afraid, and others feel like that there's a more optimistic approach to all the challenges life is putting in front of you, and challenges life is putting in front of us as a society. Like, we are a global society right now. This is also something I cannot stress about too much, that we're a global community. There's countries and we have our own singular systems for everything, but we are a global community, and together as that global community we are facing really serious climate crisis no individual can neglect at this point. And we're facing this problem, and art gets vocal about that. Art, the community of artists of the world is in unity over the fact that we're like in a situation where we have to do something. And I mean, we're doing stuff all the time. I mean, we're thinking about how to plant more vegetables in city areas, and how to feed the population in order for being never in balance with nature, but like coming closer to something like that. And creation is the only way to go. Like, everything which is not creating but destroying is very deconstructive behavior, like on all levels. Like, we have to nurture, like, everything is nature, and therefore everything has to be treated like nature has to be treated. There needs to be soil and air and water and light, and you already know that like the right music makes a shit more grow than like something stressful, you know. It's, yeah, we all know that. I'm not pathetic. Like, I'm not pathetic. I really fucking mean it. And I know that we all know everything what I just said, but I'm not pathetic. I really, really mean it. And by saying that, I hope that something is like created for someone to resonate with, you know. Merry Christmas. Like, it's the 24th of December.